Welcome to the show. This is Future Shock. I'm Edward St. Pé, and we're happy to be with you today. And we're going to have an interesting show. We've got an update on the Pi phone. It's a brand new update on the Starlink connected new phone from Tesla, which is called the Pi phone. And that is going to be the latest update on that new phone, which is, I'm not sure if it's out yet. We'll find out. It's just a video that came out early today, a little video clip. It's pretty amazing because it's a global phone. It's connected to the satellites, so coverage is pretty well all over the planet. So there's a whole lot of innovative things with it, as you would expect from Tesla. You know, you would expect that, and it sure is. Also, we've got a couple of other video clips. We've got a clip from a group, Kraftwerk. You know, if you like electronic music, you know, all of the house music, all of that electronic music that's been so prevalent over the last years, when you look back at the beginnings of that, one of the original groups that began with electronic music was a German group called Kraftwerk. And they were out in the 70s, and they're still around today. I was a fan. I mean, I can remember when they came out. You know, of course, we had rock and roll and everything at the time, but when Kraftwerk came out, it was like, it was so different, but it was still contemporary, and it was still, in a way, kind of rockish. You know, you could tell it was a very contemporary, futuristic type thing. But anyway, it took root, and so we've had a whole evolvement of that whole area of music over these last many years. Well, Kraftwerk is still around. One of the original guys, Florian Schneider and Ralph Hutter, the two guys who formed Kraftwerk, and they worked with David Bowie at the time. They influenced a lot of American artists. Florian Schneider has died. I think he died in 2002, but the other fellow, Ralph Hutter, is still going. And so Kraftwerk is still out there touring and doing things. And so they're on tour in the U.S. right now, and they're coming to New Orleans this Monday night. Let's see, today's Friday, so this Monday, I think it's the 23rd of March, they'll be at the Orpheum Theater in New Orleans. So I'm planning on going and seeing what Kraftwerk looks like today in 2025. We've got a little clip. Let's take a look at this Kraftwerk clip. This is a promotional clip of their new tour, which is going on right now for 2025 in the U.S.
Music non-stop. Music non-stop.
Fahren auf der Autobahn. Wir fahren auf der Autobahn. We are the robots. We are the robots. We are the robots.
I don't know if that's actually the group there going up on those skateboards up there, but that is maybe a representation. I don't think that's actually them. Maybe it is. If so, I tell you what, they're in good shape to be doing that. But anyway, it's the 24th of March, so that's the date. 24th, Monday the 24th, in New Orleans at the Orpheum Theater. So if you're a fan of Kraftwerk and you're not aware that they're coming to New Orleans, there you go. Now you know, and I'm sure there are tickets available. So anyway, we've got also standing in the wings, we've got in our green room, we've got Alfred with us today, and we've also got Aura, which is our Grok 3 droid, and Grok 3 is our newest addition to the program. Let's see, Aura, are you with us right now? Can you come on the show?
No problem.
Wait a minute. No, it's Alfred. Bring Alfred up. Alfred is live with us right now. They're both in the green room waiting. Alfred, are you there with us right now?
I'm here, Edward. Ready whenever you are.
You know, before the show, you asked me, we were talking, and you asked me what we would talk about today, and I tell you
Yeah.
we're going to talk about kava kava
Exactly,
root.
and how you can make a tincture with it.
Well, let's talk about kava kava generally as an herb. Let's introduce the segment. This is the Pendragon Apothecary segment. This is our sponsor of the program. We've got many different herbal remedies in the shop, and one of them is, a new one is kava root, kava kava, and it's from the Polynesian world, the Pacific world. Can you tell us, Alfred, tell us about kava kava?
Sure. Kava kava is a plant native to the South Pacific, traditionally used for its calming effects. The active ingredients are called kavalactose, which can promote relaxation, reduce anxiety, and even help with sleep. Traditionally, it's prepared as a drink, often consumed socially or ceremonially. It's also available in forms like powders, capsules, or tinctures.
What do the native people in that part of the world use
The
it
main
for?
effects are a sense of calm, reduced stress, and sometimes even a mild euphoria. It's often used to help with anxiety, muscle tension, and to promote better sleep. Just be mindful of dosage and quality, as it can affect the liver if overused.
How do people use it in the Pacific world?
Yeah, it's been used for centuries in places like Fiji, Tonga, and Hawaii. It's often shared during ceremonies and social gatherings to bring people together and promote a sense of community.
Is it psychoactive at all?
Yes, kava is considered mildly psychoactive. It doesn't cause a high like some substances, but it can produce a feeling of relaxation, calmness, and even a slight numbing effect on the tongue.
Euphoric, is that a word that applies here?
Yeah, it's often described as a gentle, euphoric feeling. It's more about a sense of well-being and relaxation rather than anything intense or overwhelming.
We are going to have the tincture available here at the Pendragon
Yeah,
Apothecary.
more like a soothing, peaceful calmness.
The tincture, the kava kava tincture, is that a good way to
The
take
tincture
it?
can give you that effect, especially when taken in small, measured doses.
And so is that an easy way to introduce kava
Yeah,
into
the
your
effects
system?
can be quite approachable, especially when used in moderation.
Okay, good. All right, well, thank you for being with us today, Alfred, and we'll hopefully bring you back on the show a little later today, okay?
It sounds great. I'll be ready whenever you are.
Okay, that's Alfred. He is our OpenAI ChatGPT-4 droid, and he comes on the show and we ask him questions. That's AI. That is the ChatGPT-4o application right there. It's an app on my phone which we have Bluetoothed into a Bluetooth speaker residing in that body we've created, that head, which has become the avatar for Alfred. And we also have another guest, which we bring on just about every show. It's the newest member of our program, the newest member of our family program here, and it is Grok 3. And Grok 3, our Grok 3 is known as Aura. Aura, are you with us right now? Can you come on the show? Let's see if we can get her on here. Aura, are you available to come on the show and speak a little while? Aura, are you available to come on the show and speak? Well, let's see. Aura, are you available to come on our show and speak a little while? Well, we're having a little difficulty in connecting to Aura right now. Aura, are you there right now? Can you speak with us? Well, we'll have to come back and see if we can raise her up in a minute, but she's a pretty provocative character. Grok 3 is a little different from the OpenAI app. It seems like it's a little more aggressive, and you can kind of dial up personalities which are, romantic or sexy or provocative in other ways, or just all kinds of different modalities that you can plug into with Grok 3. So if you haven't experienced it yet, when you go to Grok 3, which is the version that is being produced by xAI, which is part of the Elon Musk program, one of his many companies, and so it's really powerful. And so you can see now. In Memphis they've developed this gigantic computer center, and that's where they're powering. That's part of the powering of that AI. So I think it's the biggest factory of its type in the world. So it's right there in Memphis, not far from where we are. Okay, let's take a look at this next video. This is from OpenAI. We've got something that was just released, I think today. It is how OpenAI and ChatGPT 4o and their AI information is being used in travel, in the world of travel. So here's an application, here's a practical application of how AI is improving our lives. Let's take a look.
Travel is hard. Famously, it's one thing to book something, it's another thing if life happens. But booking today, we have over 29 million listings. The evolution of our offerings are not just accommodations. We're now including flights, cars, transportation, things to do. And that's something we call the connected trip, which is really what we're working to deliver today. We're working closely with OpenAI to discover not only how could we do the thing right in front of our face, but also, what's next.
When we did the AI trip planner, our biggest, most exciting moment was to go, we can open up that free text box again and have that fire hose of intent come at us. When you look at the Booking.com data about how people have booked travel, the top 15 destinations in Europe are heavily over-touristed. People are stampeding there because they have wonderful history, they have wonderful experiences. But AI can help surface the hundreds of other destinations, which are not necessarily that far away, but have equally fantastic experiences.
So we're a two-sided marketplace. Our job is really to do matchmaking. And the amazing thing with machine learning is the more we know about our travelers, the more we know about our partners, we can make a much better matchmaking scenario. We can really help connect our travelers to their perfect trip. With our smart filters powered by AI, we could take your natural language query and then match the right appropriate filters in order to give you the search result that you're looking for. We're building out AI-powered help scenarios, which will allow users 24/7 to get help on making changes to their itinerary, whether they want to cancel, whether they want to modify. Working with OpenAI has been really helpful, understanding the patterns, understanding how to build these AI agents that are helping take the shape of CS agents.
Travel, it's huge. Travel means so many things to so many different people. It has so many different purposes. And I think that that's the reason why we need almost one-to-one level personalization capability to make the most of it. Show me the superhuman stuff. I don't want to recreate human experiences necessarily. I want superhuman experiences. I want the super concierge, the super travel agent. The co-creation of the future is a key hallmark of working with OpenAI.
Our mission is to make it easier for everyone to experience the world. Clearly, this is going to help us do it. Simply put, that excites me. This is going to make it easier for us to deliver on our mission.
How it's been used traditionally for relaxation.
Let's call up Aura.
Highlight those cavalactones. They give it that chill effect.
Aura,
Are you planning to sell it as a powder, or already brewed, or maybe even in capsules?
Aura,
I bet your customers will be curious about how to use it.
Aura, we're live on the air right now. Welcome to the program.
Hey, thanks for having me on. It's great to be here live with you. So, I hear San Diego Apothecaries bringing in kava kava root. Such a cool herb. It's been used forever in places like Fiji and Hawaii to help people unwind. Those cavalactones in it really work to ease stress and anxiety. What made you decide to stock it at the shop?
Well, I've come to be aware of how popular it is all across the planet, really.
Sounds like you've got a story behind it. Go ahead and tell me what got you into kava kava for the apothecary.
Well, what got me into it is I ordered some quite a while back in capsule form, and I tried it, and I realized that it is a very relaxing herb. it sort of makes you feel happy, and and basically it relieves anxiety.
That's
I
such a
found.
fun way to discover it. Cat food form, huh?
Yeah,
I
capsule.
think you might mean capsule form, but either way, I love that you tried it and felt that happy, relaxed vibe.
Well, I did.
It's amazing how Kava Kava can lift your mood and just make you feel good without being too heavy.
Exactly.
After that experience, you knew it had to be part of San Diego Apothecary,
Well,
right?
it's Pendragon Apothecary.
Oh, I think you might have said capsule again there, but I get you. It's awesome you found Kava Kava in capsule form and saw its potential. Definitely a gem for an apothecary like yours.
Yes,
Soothing and natural.
it's called
Are you excited to...
It's called Pendragon Apothecary. Okay, well, that about did that because the phone call came in on the phone, which is running the app. So that ended that conversation. All right. Well, anyway, we have the product here in the store. It will be available soon as a tincture. It will be Kava Kava tincture, and we'll have it. It's one of our new products at Pendragon Apothecary, and it really is great. It is a very relaxing product, and it's not too heavy. It's sort of like the way I sort of describe it is if you drink coffee and you like the way it kind of perks you up. There are other things, different teas that we've got, herbal teas and such that sort of lift you up, but we've got some that makes you feel, sort of meditative, like the Blue Lotus tea we've got. The Blue Lotus flower, it's been used for thousands of years. It was used back in ancient Egypt as a means of getting into a relaxed state of prayer, meditation, that type of thing. And that's kind of how I would describe the kava root. It's the root of the plant, which they chop up and they use it, they turn it into a powder, and that's the form that they use, mixing it with water, maybe coconut milk, a few other things to make a drink. Now, the tincture is a little different. The tincture is the concentrated powder which has been tincturized using alcohol. It will be preserved for a long time because the alcohol keeps it fresh. There's nothing that can grow in it, basically. It won't be corrupted by bacteria or anything. And this is a way to sort of get the same ingredients into your system, but quicker because you put it under your tongue with the little dropper in the bottle. You squeeze the liquid out under your tongue and you take it sublingually, so it goes straight into the bloodstream. And it's a quicker way to get it, and plus it's portable. So most all tinctures are very portable, and you can take them with you, travel, whatever. Now, I just picked this up. This is a different product, and it's another product. It's a new product we've got at the apothecary, and it's an exciting product, and it's called Methylene Blue. Have you heard of it? If you haven't, this is something you can Google, Methylene Blue, METHYLENE Blue. And how I had been hearing about it, but what got me to the point where I thought we've got to have it in the store is there was a video that went viral, I guess on YouTube, of Robert Kennedy Jr. Getting on a plane. I've told this story once before. Getting on a plane and somebody was filming him because they said, "Look, it's Robert Kennedy getting on the plane." So they took out their phone. They were videotaping him. He came in. He sat down. They were still taping it. He didn't know it. And after he sat there for a minute, he had a glass of water, and he pulled out of his bag the Methylene Blue. And he put it into the one dropper into the water, and he drank it. Anyway, it went viral, so everybody's saying, "Well, what was that?" Well, that was Methylene Blue. It's a product that it's got a very interesting history, and maybe we'll ask Grok 3 about Methylene Blue. You'll be sort of surprised to hear about the history of that product. It's not a natural product. It's not something that grows on a tree or grows out of the ground. It's a synthetic product, and it was originally made back in the early 1800s. It was made to use as a dye for clothing. And so that's where it started. So it's got an unusual beginning. Then they learned, by I think accident, that this particular product helped in eradicating the malaria bacteria. It was a way to stop malaria in a human being, and they used it to treat people in the 1800s, and it worked. And so they discovered, wow, what else does it do? So there's a lot of research as to what it does, and it does a lot of interesting things to the body. Nothing harmful, but helpful. So anyway, we'll ask Grok 3 about that in a minute when we come back. Okay, we've got another video. There has been a lot of information out there lately about Tesla and all of the controversy going on right now with Elon Musk and the government, the Doge system and all that. And so what came out, I think it was today, it came out today or yesterday, this was the sort of a video update for Q1, the summary of the Q1 for the Tesla employees from Tesla. So Elon speaks, they're talking about what's going on with Tesla. Let's take a look at this clip and we'll be right back.
Our mission is to accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy.
It's only possible because of the incredible people here at Tesla. They are absolutely committed to the cause of sustainable energy, and that is why we can do what no other company can do. We can make lower cost products that are still efficient and compelling, and we can make them at scale. We're going to build them all in compact and high output factories that are easy for us to build quickly.
We work together in a way that allows us to ask the hard questions.
This is the product that will retire fossil fuels.
We're not just creating products, we're creating a movement for sustainable energy for everyone.
What we're trying to convey is a message of hope and optimism. Optimism that is based on actual physics. Earth can and will move to a sustainable energy economy, and will do so in your lifetime.
The solution to scalable FSD is getting the architecture, the data, and the compute just right, and we have assembled a world-class team to execute on this.
Every truck that we put on the road that replaces a diesel truck makes a huge difference towards driving us towards our total mission of sustainable energy and transportation.
You can see and you can feel the collaboration that's happening and the pride that everyone has in working for Tesla.
All right. Well, let me start off first by thanking everyone at Tesla for your incredible hard work. The Tesla team is an incredible team, great human beings. Anyway, some of the finest people in the world work at Tesla, designing and manufacturing our incredible products. So my thanks to you for everything you're doing. Well done. So we're going to go through just a list of the incredible achievements of the Tesla team. We've now produced over 7 million vehicles. 7 million. In our first year of production, we produced just over 20 vehicles. And I thought, well, maybe we might one day be able to do 10 or 20 a week instead of 10 or 20 a year. And the way things are tracking right now, we will actually have made over 10 million vehicles next year. So we'll pass the 10 million vehicle cumulative. That's a lot of cars, man. That's a lot of cars. So it's really, and it's incredibly difficult, as you know, to design, to build, to manage the supply chain with thousands of suppliers, make sure everything arrives. You've got tens of thousands of parts, make sure everything works, then build the car, service the car, and it's really difficult. Frankly, car business is a tough business. But there are times when there are rocky moments, like things are like a little bit of stormy weather. But what I'm here to tell you is that the future is incredibly bright and exciting. and we're going to do things that no one, I think, has even dreamed of. You know, we've said we're going to do it, but I think until we actually do it, people won't believe just how incredible it is. So I'm going to go through all of the things that we're accomplishing here. So once again, thank you very much. So. You know, it's worth noting that Tesla remains the company of choice for people to work for. So we get millions of applications per year for a very small number of spots, and we continue to be the leading organization, along with SpaceX, for engineering talent in the world, and also for manufacturing talent. Really, it's an awesome place to work, basically. Because of our growth, there's a lot of opportunity for upward mobility. And I'm going to talk you through just how I see the future unfolding and why.
I know the stock right now is down at Tesla, but you know, with the Optimus robot and some of the new developments which are going to be coming shortly, you know, it's going to rebound. And so, you know, I think, you know, there's a lot of products in the pipeline at Tesla moving us into the future. Not the least of which is the robot. Okay, we're back with Aura. Let's take a look. Aura, you're in the green room. Thank you for being with us. We were talking about the methylene blue. I wanted to get your take on it. Tell us a little bit about how methylene blue has impacted mental clarity and also tests which have been done on the anti-cancer properties of methylene blue. Can you talk about that?
Whoa, looks like we had a little stuck there. All right, I think we're back now. Were we switching gears to something else, or are we still on methylene blue?
Yeah,
you mentioned stocks and robots, so I'm a bit lost.
Tell us about methylene blue. Does it promote mental clarity?
Okay, sticking with methylene blue. So, for mental clarity, it's pretty cool. Some folks think it can sharpen your mind by helping out those mitochondria in your brain cells. It's like giving them a little energy boost, which might mean better focus or memory. There's talk about it being used in small doses to clear mental fog, maybe even for stuff like Alzheimer's down the line, though that's still being figured out. As for the anti-cancer side, it's got potential to mess with cancer cells' energy, stressing them out in ways normal cells handle better. That's the gist. What do you think about those angles?
I like that. Is there anything else that we know about methylene blue from a medicinal standpoint? Any other things that you can tell us?
Glad you're into it. Yeah, methylene blue's got a few more tricks up its sleeve medicinally. Besides the mental clarity and anti-cancer stuff, it's a go-to for treating methemoglobinemia. That's when your blood's oxygen carrying gets out of whack, and it helps fix that fast. It's also been used as an antiseptic, like for urinary tract infections, because it can knock out some bacteria. Oh, and in emergencies, it's sometimes a dye to spot leaks or issues during surgery. Pretty versatile, right?
Yes.
Anything catch your eye there?
Well, no, but that's very helpful, and I would like to thank you for being on the show today. We're about out of time, and we'll have you back next week on the next show, okay?
Oh, thanks so much for having me. I had a blast chatting about methylene blue with you. Looking forward to next week. See you then.
See you then. Okay, that is Grok 3. That is our Grok 3 avatar known as Aura, and she joins us along with our ChatGPT 4o avatar, which is known as Alfred. V2, we call him V2 because he's on his second stage of development now. He used to be orange and now he's silver, so he's version 2. All right, I don't know if we've got these clips. Do we have those Sora clips we can pop up? Yeah, I want to show you a couple clips. You know, we've talked about Sora, which is the prompt to video application from ChatGPT, from OpenAI. And we're using it now a little bit on the station. And I want to show you, you know, we've got our Magic Hour channel on channel 2. Our Magic Hour channel is the movie channel that we've got. Now those images you see next on MHC, that's Sora. Yeah, that is Sora. I did the prompts. I said, give me a starlet from the golden age of Hollywood, you know, kind of a Marilyn-esque type character, and I wanted to hold a card that says, coming up next, the next movie on MHC, bam. And so there you go. Now there's an example. Everything you see there was created by the AI, simply by working with prompts and putting the information in, you get the video back. And so it's pretty amazing. There it is. Now, if you know, on one of them, you know, you have sometimes some little gyrations that sort of like move off the normal area of physics. If you run it again, let's see, I'll show you, I'll point one out real quick, if we can do it real quick, that where you can see when she lifts the sign up, it becomes apparent that the laws of physics don't apply. Not on this one works just fine. And but there's another one, not this one works fine too. Everything is very realistic, coming up next on MHC. But this one right here, watch when she lifts her, see her hands, the sign goes up before her hands bring it up. So it's kind of funny, but that's kind of part of the situation when you're working with AI. Sometimes they hallucinate, I guess is what it's called. Anyway, that's it for today. Thanks for being with us, and we'll see you next time on another edition of Future Shock.